Hey, good morning everybody. How's everybody this fine day? Hey, I want to tell everybody it's going to be a warm one. Hold on a second, will you please? I forgot to do something here. I forgot to make it so that you could see me. Kind of bright outside, so I'm going to add some lighting here. Got to do it, so we'll do it now. There we go. Now you should be able to see me fine. Get all the lighting going here. We'll see if that works. Hold on. Make it so I can sit here in front of the lighting for you guys. There we go. Let's try that. Okay. Hold on. I really messed up. I didn't get all set up on time here. There, let's try that. There we go. Now you can see me better. The last time we talked, we were talking about how hot it is outside during the summer and that we want to make sure that everybody stays hydrated. So today, what I'm going to talk about is the 10 signs of dehydration. And so let's get started. The body is made up 70% of water. We should all know that, right? If you don't, we know it now. So the first sign of dehydration would be fatigue. Fatigue sets in because the blood flow, let's see, the best way to put it would be that the blood flow and the blood pressure drop. So your, whatever your blood pressure is would go below that. And so, in order for that, the body loses more water than it can be taken in. So your blood pressure and your blood flow drops. So that's another thing that is stay hydrated, you know. The second thing is your urine will become a dark color. There's different ways. Mostly it turns like a real dark yellow. In some cases, it will turn almost a black or maybe even a maroon color. So, if you get your urine gets looking dark or changing colors, that's a very good sign that you may be dehydrated. Okay, the third one would be you would get suddenly lightheaded. Say that you're out in the heat and you're working in the yard and whatnot, or you're out taking a good healthy hike and all of a sudden you become lightheaded. Could be a good sign that you're dehydrated. So you want to go ahead and stop what you're doing, slow down your heart rate and whatnot, take some water in or some Gatorade to replace your body's electrolytes, and take care of your body. Take in some fluids. Because like I told you now, our body is 70% water, so it requires to stay at a certain level of hydration. So that goes on to where we're at. The fourth sign would be an increase of your heart rate. So that would be because your electrolyte levels are plummeting. And now, best way to explain that is if you look at the I lost my words here. Sports players like football players, baseball players, athletes like that. If you watch them on the sidelines, they're always drinking Gatorade. Well, they're doing that because they don't want their blood pressure and whatnot to drop below certain levels. And Gatorade and sports drinks like that, they contain a lot of electrolytes. So you'll see them on the sidelines drinking that stuff, and that's what makes them stay at a level of being able to be competitive. So it's a good sign. It would be a pretty good sign that you're dehydrated if you were to get an increased heart rate. Also, lightheadedness. Lightheadedness is another good sign that your electrolytes are getting low and you'll need to stop, take in some fluids, either water or Gatorade or a sports drink of some sort, anything to replenish that level that your body needs to stay at 70%. Another way of finding out if you're dehydrated is you'll get muscle spasms or cramps. Muscle cramps and spasms are a very good sign of dehydration. I've had that happen, and I'm telling you, it is very painful. So if you're getting spasms or cramps in your muscles, it's a pretty good sign you're dehydrated. So you may want to just sit down and rest, start taking in some fluids, making sure that your body's getting back to the level that it needs to be at. Another way is constipation. If you realize constipation is a way that I'm trying to think of the best way to say it would be your colon is becoming less flexible. So if you've noticed that when you get like the flu or things like that, usually you get constipated, or you get diarrhea. You'll take a crap out your butthole and you'll never realize what the heck's going on, but it's your colon telling you that you're dehydrated. So you want to make sure that even when you're sick with the flu-like symptoms, whatever, that you're always taking in fluids like Sprite or 7-Up or something like that. Nothing with like Coke or anything. You don't want to be doing things like that. That's those kind of drinks mostly have caffeine in them, and they're going to make you get jittery and whatnot. It's not going to do what it needs to do to get your body back in the rhythm that it needs to be in. So also, if you notice that if you go to the doctor or you go to the ER or whatever like that, yeah, sometimes they'll take and they'll pinch your skin, and they're checking your skin for elasticity. So if your skin is not coming back, I think it's like 20% maybe. Don't quote me on that. I'm just trying to recall. But I think it's 20% or 10%. How they tell that when they pinch you, you know how they walk up to you and they pinch your skin? They're checking your skin for elasticity, and that'll tell them whether you're hydrated or not. So skin elasticity is a really good one. And we're going to go on to number 9. I've got some notes over here in case you can kind of see them in the film, but these are all because there's a lot of information I need to relay to you guys about this. I'm kind of older, and the brain just ain't working right, so I've got some notes laid out here so I make sure I tell you guys everything that you need to know about dehydration. So number 9 would be say you don't you get emotional. You know how people get emotional and they start maybe tearing up in their eyes and whatnot, or even if you get out in the bright light or something, you know, and your eyes are hurting from the sun, you know how you'll get those little drops of tears coming down your face. Well, if you don't have those, if you can't create tears, that's another good sign that you're dehydrated. So, you know, there's all these different signs that you need to know and you need to keep in the back of your mind for dehydration to make sure that you're going to be doing the right thing. You get any of these symptoms, you need to slow your heart rate down, sit down, relax, take in some fluids, get your body back hydrated, get back to that balance. 10 would be becoming parched. Say your mouth or your tongue or your throat, they get feeling dry or parched. So if you drink something and you're not really quenching your thirst, by drinking it. That means that your body's dehydrated and you need to slow down and get some electrolytes in it. That comes back to the fact that you do the hydration thing of the sports drink or the Gatorade or whatever, and that makes sure that your body's really replenishing those electrolytes, getting your body at that 70% hydration level that you need to be at in order for your body to be able to motivate through your day. So that comes pretty much down to what we have to tell whether you're dehydrated or not. Also, the last thing, and I almost forgot to tell you guys this, is if you become hungry, say you're out in the sun and you're working, and you know what, you're sweating, and all of a sudden you get really hungry. If you get really hungry while you're out working out and stuff, it's your body telling you that you're dehydrated. So you could eat, sure, but it's not going to replenish what you need. So if you're working out, you're sweating, your body's going through all these changes and whatnot, then you get kind of a hunger. Maybe you should drink something, take in some water, take in some electrolytes, sports drink or something like that. You don't want to, like I said, you don't want to do the things with caffeine in them. You don't want to do anything with caffeine in them because that's going to make you more dehydrated. If you read any articles on like 7-Up, or 7-Up I guess might be in there, but I doubt it. Coke, Diet Coke, any of the carbonated things, those have caffeine in them, and they're going to make you want to go even more. So those aren't for curing dehydration. Those are more for energy and whatnot. So let's go through it real fast. We got 1, which is fatigue. 2 is you get a dark colored urine. 3, you get lightheaded, dizziness, and whatnot. 4, you'll increase your heart rate. 5 is you'll get muscle cramps or I can't think of the other one now. Muscle cramps will work. Also, 7 is constipation. 8 is skin elasticity. 9 would be say you become constipated, and 10 would be you would become parched. So those are the 10 signs that you need to pay attention to know whether you're becoming dehydrated or not. So the other day we talked about staying hydrated and staying out of the sun so that your body stays hydrated, drinking plenty of fluids. If for any reason you think that you're getting dehydrated, the 10 things that we talked about today are the ways of telling whether you're dehydrated. If you get any of those symptoms, then you need to slow down a little bit, get out of the sun. If you get any of the severe symptoms, you need to lay down and relax and take in some fluids like Gatorade or something like that, replace those electrolytes. So that's the lesson for today. I hope you got something out of it. I want you guys to give my channel a thumbs up, leave some comments down below. Remember, the one thing I always ask from you guys is share it with your friends so that they get educated also. And also go and check out some other channels on survival and preparedness. And make sure that you get as much information as you need so that you'll be prepared in case a SHTF situation. So for today, that's it. I want you guys to have a great day. It's a beautiful day outside the neighborhood here. It's about 82 degrees already, and it's about 10 a.m. So It's going to be another scorcher, and all these things that we talked about today is going to come into play to make sure that I keep my body at 70%. And I want you guys to have a super day. God bless you, God bless me, and God bless the US of A. Catch you guys next time.